using Yahoo. And I had a very interesting business journey. When I started my first business, it used to provide digital education, and the business uh, had bad cash flow to the extent that I had to sell my motorcycle off to pay my employees' wages. So over a period of time, I learned how to do business, and I started Arrow Digital in 2007, and the business grew really fast. I really enjoyed the business environment in Australia, and I was able to grow the business to 2x the business within 2 years, and by 2010 we were already a almost $2 million company. But after that, I started experiencing uh, a state of stagnation, and after going through this state of stagnation, I experienced a breakthrough, and the breakthrough is where I got the learnings and insights of how to grow a business and manage it in a smart way. So businesses often hit a growth ceiling. And the business owners are stuck. And this happened to me, and it happens to a lot of businesses. When I talk to my business partners or fellow entrepreneurs, they tell me that yes, my business grew fast, and then I experienced that state of stagnation, which was very frustrating. And until such time as people discover that what took them up to a certain point will not take them further along the journey, they don't get the breakthrough. So if your growth has slowed down, then it's time for you to think about what is it that is holding you back. And today in the webinar, we will change the way you look at your business, because most business owners look at their business as a way to replace a job, and they are far too involved in how they manage their business. So who is this webinar for? This webinar is for you if you've been in business for at least few years, and if you're looking for faster growth through new methods and are willing to make changes. So if you really feel that need for change, if you really feel that urge within you to make a massive improvement in your business, then this webinar is for you. If you are working longer hours in your business and don't know of any other way, then you really need this webinar. So I find a lot of business owners out there are experiencing the need to work longer hours. So they come to work early, they leave work late, and when they go back home, they still carry work with them. They sacrifice their weekends for the business, and it's almost like they feel that they need to do this, that they owe it to the business, and in the process they are constantly feeling exhausted. So today we are going to talk of a different method, a method by which you don't need to put in so many hours, longer and longer hours to sustain your business and yet experience rapid business growth. This webinar is not for you if you've just started a business. it is not for you if you've already achieved your breakthrough. So if you've learned your lessons and you're growing fast, then probably this webinar is not for you. And if you're happy with slow growth, then obviously you won't be getting a lot out of this webinar. So today we are going to focus on the difference in thinking between a company which is stuck and a company which is flying. So the biggest difference between a company which is stuck and a company which is flying, a company which is doing a $1 million to $2 million turnover and not being able to go beyond that, and a company that is that has already got to $10 million turnover. They've gone beyond their 1 and 2 million and they're doing $10 million, is all about how they think. And you will find that the business owner who's gone to $10 million is focused on getting leverage in their business. They are focused on getting key people in their business who are taking on a vital role. Vital role in the business. And business owners who are stuck are trying to do more and more things in their business. You will find that they are involved in doing sales, they are involved in the operations, they've got their head in every area of their business. So if that sounds like you, then this might be a very important moment for you. This might be the moment that can change your business forever. So I have a friend, and my friend recently he managed to get to BRW rank 1, the fastest growing business in Australia. So his business is called Time Telecom, and he managed to get to BRW 1, and he later on exited his business for a large sum of money. And I went to meet him and observe how they do business over there. And I found that he's got a very expanded organizational structure. So he hardly gets into any operational activity in his business. His focus is on hiring. He's a talent scout. So he's hiring the best people. He's created a management team, and the management team are like partners in growth. So because of that, like, there is that inspiration that can be seen across the business, and it's actually your thinking that will transform everything. I am willing to embrace new methods. I don't need to adhere to what I knew, because what I knew 10 years back or 5 years back doesn't work anyway. So I might as well embrace different new and different methods of doing business. So the traditional hierarchy that used to exist in businesses, that does not exist anymore. So because the traditional hierarchy is failing, there's a need to create different type of organization structures in which people feel inspired and empowered, and you can unleash the energy of every person in the organization. So today we'll also talk about a 5-step framework to turn your clients into raving fans. And I'm sure you must have experienced businesses that have an absolutely outstanding customer experience, and you want to go back to them again and get that experience. So the opportunity, if you don't think that your business is an 11 on 10 on customer experience, then that is a number one opportunity that exists for you today to 5x your business. Because advocates, when customers turn into advocates and raving fans, then they bring a lot of new business to you and create your brand as well. Today we are also going to talk about how to set your business apart and create new opportunities. The thing is that every industry is crowded. You can hear business owners talking about the fact that their industry is very competitive. And actually, almost every industry is very competitive. But still, in those competitive industries, there are businesses that are thriving. My own industry, I am in the digital marketing industry. It's a highly competitive industry. You can find hundreds of digital marketing firms anywhere in Melbourne or Australia. But even then, my business continues to grow at a rapid pace because I have a strong value proposition which is tailored to growing businesses who want to build, grow, and eventually exit their business. So I created a point of differentiation, a value proposition that attracts my ideal client to me. And if your business has not set itself apart, it will not create new opportunities like a business that has. Today, we'll be talking about how to develop a sales and marketing engine for your business. So that you don't have to depend on the next sale. Like most businesses are waiting for the next sale to happen. They are scrambling for getting one more customer, one more customer, one more customer. But that's really no way of running a business. So I talk about how to create an engine, which is a system that will create ongoing new business for you without having to chase customers at all. Then having a system for setting budgets, KPIs, and managing predictable growth is vital for your business. So the one of the things I have found is that a lot of business owners, if you talk to them about growth, they say, yes, I want to grow my business. If you ask them, how much do you want to grow in 6 months or 1 year? They don't give an exact answer. Then, oh, I'm just looking for growth. But unless you define where you want to get to, it's very unlikely that you'll make any progress. So defining very clearly that this is where I am, and this is where I want to be in 6 months, and this is where I want to be in 12 months, or even in 90 days. And then setting clear KPIs. So that will be something that we will be covering, and how to get predictable growth. And also, this is a live webinar. It's not a recorded webinar. You can ask questions as they come to you, and I will answer them. And you may also qualify for a scholarship for our business accelerator, which we will talk about at the end of this webinar. So coming back to thinking, we all start business with a set of beliefs, and those beliefs come from our past experience. So for example, a person who has worked for an employer where cold calling was the way to grow the business will start a business and then use cold calling to grow that business. Another person who starts a business and where digital was the way to grow business will use digital as a way to grow business. And people hold fast to those beliefs. So they'll say, this is the best way to grow the business. But actually, none of those beliefs are true. What is true is that you need to use a variety of different methods to grow your business. You're thinking about your employees. A lot of people believe that you cannot trust your employees. So you can't trust your employees. If you don't trust them, they won't trust you, and you won't have a culture of empowerment, inspiration in the business. So these beliefs, our beliefs, determine how far we can go. If you expand your beliefs, like let's say earlier you could not trust your employees, and now you can trust them and empower them, you can have managers within your business who can take on a lot of responsibility. And as a result of them taking on the day-to-day operational responsibility, you can focus on the most strategic things like creating joint ventures or raising investment for your business. So what got you here will not get you there. Even since you started your business, you might have used different methods to grow your business, but those same methods done over and over again will become stale, and your business needs fresh thinking and fresh injection of manpower. So for me, like I used to, for example, believe that the only way to acquire new customers is through digital marketing, because I am from the digital industry, and I would use digital as the only way to grow my business, and I would rely heavily on Google to acquire new customers. But then uh, there was a phase in time when my business was not growing, that I spent some time in introspection, and during this time I found out that it is my limiting beliefs that are holding me back. And so I started looking for mentors, role models, and people like that who would give me new ideas and inspiration. And I also started an employee ideas program where my employees would give me ideas on how I can grow my business. And we did remarkable things after that. We did things like referral programs. We started a systematic referral program, and where we created raving fans of our customers, and we got massive amount of referrals from them. We started a system by which we would make our presence in the media. And so we started reaching out to people in the TV, radio, print, and we got covered by almost every publication in Australia. And that gave us a massive boost to the business. And so we learned all these different new methods, and we implemented them to see massive growth happening. So when we talk about your clients, what is the value of a client? How much do you actually make when you get a client, and how can we increase this value? And then how can we multiply this value many times over? So creating a system like this, it really enhances the value of your business, and you can leverage the system. So most business owners, like, they are just after getting more and more customers. But really, success in business is about getting your ideal customers, being strategic about which customers you need to acquire, which customers will create a massive gain to your business, and which customers you really don't need. So there is this principle which says that 20% of your customers bring 80% of the value to your business. So there's no point in trying to cater to customers where you may actually be making a loss serving them. And instead, like, having strategies to acquire more customers, like the ones who are bringing a high value to you. And also being able to anticipate and plan how you can grow the customer's value. At the end of the day, business is all about a value exchange. And so if you're proactively adding value to your customer will also think of ways, always looking for new ideas coming from uh, the company that they have engaged in. So for us, for example, at Arrow Digital, it's not just about providing a service to a client based on the contract, but thinking about different ways to grow their business. And for example, like, we had this contract for an auto company, an auto dealer, where we were the lead generators, and we grew their leads by 150% in 5 months. And But when we called them up and we asked them how much have their sales grown, they said the sales have grown only by 10%. So, so that was sort of a mismatch. So we decided to go down to this company, do further investigations, and we found out that a lot of these leads were not being entered into a CRM, and they were just being forwarded through emails to the salespeople. The salespeople used to make one single call and try to close the deal. If the person was not available, they just used to mark it as not available or left a voicemail and leave it at that. So we realized that increasing sales was not just about increasing the leads, but it was also about focusing on what happens after the lead. So we went above and beyond the scope of our service, and we trained that company in how to use their CRM, and we trained their salespeople on how to follow up so that they are able to close more sales. And and you can just, while we get to the poll, like basically we'll have a few question answers here in this webinar, and we it'll be great if you can answer them. So how do you spend majority of your time in business? Is it on sales and marketing, operations, strategy, strategic alliances, or it's just a little bit of all? Okay, so we can see that most of the people in the room like focus most of their time on sales and marketing, which is great. Like sales and marketing really is a vital pillar of your business, and it help bring in revenue. But I think it's very important to spend time on being strategic and innovative, finding out what your competitors are up to, what changes are taking place in your market, how to offer more value to your customer, and how to create alliances. So one thing is selling to people, but you can also sell through people. And how to find strategic alliances that can help you grow your business. So, for example, at Arrow, we do this on an ongoing basis. We do a lot of thinking about how to get new alliances. And just today morning, I had a partnership with a well-known business coach who will be referring new business to Arrow. So, how many staff do you have in your company? Okay, so I can see that most of you are on that tipping point, like where you have between 5 employees and 20 employees. This is usually the time when you can make that breakthrough. You can scale your business rapidly. And the reason for that is that if you start grooming your employees in a way that they can take on more responsibility, and then when you hire new people, the new people come in a way that they are being managed by your existing team, then you as a business owner can be the orchestrator who is managing the growth of your business, making sure that people have the right training, the right skills, and there's you've got an exceptional work environment in your business which will attract more talent, and you can be the talent scout for your business, and do marketing, plan your sales, but don't do your sales and marketing yourself. Get talented people to do your sales and marketing and train them so that they can be as good as you or even better, when it comes down to getting new customers. So how many managers or team leads do you have in your company? Okay, so it looks like most businesses are running with one team lead, and it's often the case like when your business is between 5 and 20 employees, you get one person to be the team leader, and then you yourself are also a team leader to some extent, and so you handle a lot of the employee management piece. And really, like if you want to get from 5 to 20 employees to let's say a 30 employee business, what you need is you need more team leads in your business. So it's just a matter of either training your existing employees or hiring more team leaders, and then hiring more people under them to scale up your operation. Because if you've got a team lead under whom you're hiring people, then you don't have to spend time to train them and manage them. You only need to manage the team leads, and the team leads manage the employees below them. And you can look at everything through a dashboard of how many sales are happening under each team lead or each person. So instead of monitoring and managing people on a day-to-day basis sitting in your office, you can manage people through a dashboard. So if you take the example of entrepreneurs like Sir Richard Branson, like he never ever, not a single day, goes to his office, and he says that is the reason why his business grows so fast. So, and most business owners are of the belief that they need to show up in their office just at the same time as the employees do. A lot of them actually show up at their office before their employees come in and leave the office after the employees have gone to be the overall manager in the business. But is that the highest value that you can give to your business? Or is the highest value one that of a strategist, that of an innovator, someone who's constantly thinking of what your competition is doing, what's happening in the industry, where are the gaps, where can I add more value, talking, having strategic conversations with clients, because that's where the huge opportunity is. You can grow your business, you can double your business in 3 months if you spend time focusing on adding more value to your key clients and adding new products or services. So, but for that you need to be able to withdraw your energy from the day to day of the business. And if you can do that, if you can do that from tomorrow, your business will start growing very fast. So that's something I wanted to focus on. Business apart, right? So the first thing in setting our business apart is to do a thorough understanding and research of the market. How is the market moving? What was the market like when you started your business? And how has the market been changing? So, and when I say market, market is the customers. Like what are the customers looking for now? How what are your competitors offering the customers? And is there a gap out there? Is there something that your market does not like about what most companies are offering? And if that be the case, can you use that as an opportunity to differentiate yourself? So if they don't like something, can you be the player who does not have that characteristic that is not liked by the market? So this is like the Branson method, which Sir Richard Branson uses continuously. Is he finds a gap in the market and then he flips things around. So it's just him finding out who are the people in the market who are uh, responding, how to respond to disruption that's happening in the industry, and doing constant marketing experiments. So that's very important. Like most businesses, I have noticed their advertisement, whether it is digital or offline, their advertisement does not change over many months or even years that the business is going. But the customer doesn't want what you were offering 2 years back. So let's say a marketing strategy that you were using or a marketing message that you were using 6 months back or two years back has already gone stale. So you need to keep changing your marketing messages, your products, your services. You need to digitize your offerings because there's a lot of digital disruption taking place. And I've got a client in the education industry, and he started off by offering services. He started a small institute to offer services here in Melbourne, and he was limited physically to people who were in proximity to him. And then he studied how his market is changing, and he found out that the market has all gone to e-learning. Most students like to learn on their own pace at their own time. So he invested into this e-learning service, and now his service is available any time of the day, any day of the week, anywhere a person is. And he's already his service is being used by countries around the world, and his revenue has not increased by 1 or 2 times, but it has gone 12 times in the last 6 months because he's adapted to the changing trends in the market. So doing these marketing experiments and doing growth hacking is extremely important. So marketing methods are changing, and you need to create new opportunities as the market changes. So your branding, your positioning needs to change continuously. Most businesses don't think about that. They have a product or service, and they keep marketing it, keep flogging it. And the whole thing is flog it harder. If you flog it harder, you will get more sales. But you may find that it gets harder and harder to get more sales if you don't change your positioning, because your market is now looking for a more sophisticated experience. The customer experience, the needs of the customers have changed completely. Earlier, they would having a website was good enough. Now, having a website doesn't really mean anything. It's all about having a complete digital ecosystem. So, what is your branding and positioning reflected across all channels, your mobile, your social? Have you thought through your messages? The messages, are they resonating with your target audience? So you may be a small company, but you may be offering something that is more valuable to the customer than what the big boys in town do. Have you found that out? Because the moment you find out what your core differences are, you will get the breakthroughs. So we have a client, and they're in the home loans industry, and they used to find it very hard to differentiate themselves. So the only way they used to differentiate themselves was we offer the lowest interest rate, and really that's no differentiation because everyone else is saying the same thing. So we had a workshop with them, and during that workshop, we asked them more and more about why someone would choose to do business with them as a home loan company out was very interesting. We asked them, why would we take a home loan from you instead of a big bank? And they said, because we can get it to you on the same day. So he said, that's your differentiation. You can do a same day approval for a home loan. So your branding and positioning needs to uh, reflect what your strongest capabilities are and also what your market is looking for. And the other thing that's experience, you constantly need to create new results, new referrals, and new JVs if you're growing your business. So if you haven't ticked to any of these points, like if you don't have a system for generating referrals in your business, and if you're not creating new partners and JVs, you're missing out on a huge opportunity out there, and we can help you to address that. So I would also like to talk to you about, this is probably the most valuable part of the presentation, which is your sales and marketing engine. So your sales and marketing engine starts with a marketing system. So your marketing system starts with understanding your customer and what they value most, and creating messages around that to generate leads. And it's about thinking through your complete lead generation funnel, starting from who your customer is, what they value. You might have different types of customers, so segmenting your audience and providing them, connecting with them using a problem solution method. So what problems are your audience facing, and what solution do you offer for them? And then using advertising and marketing through different channels, and seeing which channels are working most effectively for you. So a large part of creating a marketing system is creating quality content and quality ads that reach out to your target market, whether it be through LinkedIn, whether it be through Facebook, whether it's Google. You need to reach out to your target market when they're looking for your product or service. And you need to focus a lot on lead generation and inbound marketing if you want to grow your business. And your sales system has to be just as good as your marketing system. So I've seen both types of businesses. There's those businesses that don't have a good marketing system, and then there are businesses who don't have a good sales system. So you may generate any amount of leads in your business, but if those leads don't convert into sales, then there will be no dollar value added to your business. And I find a lot of businesses waste a lot of leads. They don't have a lead management system. And usually it's like someone just responding to that lead and logging their notes and stuff like that. But these days, closing leads has become very sophisticated. You can do lead nurturing. You can send a sequence of messages to people, because actually only about 3% of the people who make inquiries are ready to buy there and then. And 97% of people need some sort of nurturing and hand holding and creating that trust and belief before they buy. So you need to have a system for that, where you've got your sequence clearly defined on how you will respond to the inquiry and how you will respond to the person who did not buy immediately but is likely to buy in the near future, and gradually build trust and authority with them. So, and then your team, like your team is such a vital part of your sales and marketing engine. And a lot of companies, like, they will probably have only one salesperson, or the business owner does the sales themselves. And you can be sure that if you are the only salesperson in your business cannot grow beyond a point. So getting people it's always good to do a few sales yourself so you know where the market is and you're connected at that level. But having highly capable salespeople is a vital part of your growth strategy. And having people in your marketing team as well who are constantly writing content or doing social media, doing your SEO or partnering with an agency for that is again vitally important for you to grow. Automation is becoming increasingly important. So a lot of activities can now be automated. Like we found out recently that to make a video, there are some tools through which free tools available through which you can convert a content piece into a video, and it becomes a lot more effective if you use automation than if you try to do most things the old way. And measuring and improving every part of your marketing, like whether it is your Facebook ads or whether it's your organic SEO or whether it's offline marketing, you should get to know how much traffic did you get through that source and how many of them are actually converting into business for you. And what is the quality of the customers coming from each channel? Because when you come to know where your best customers are coming from, you can increase the dollar spent towards that area and start acquiring better customers. So, budgeting and KPIs, this is one area I find a lot of businesses don't do enough. And while finance is the lifeblood of your business, we know at any point in time we should have a dashboard that can tell us clearly how much new revenue are we generating, how much cash is going out, and how much surplus is being generated in the business. So having well defined financial goals is vital for your business. If you want to grow your revenue by 50% in the next 6 months, then how much do your leads need to grow? How much does an average cost per lead? What is the cost of acquisition? What is the cost at which you're producing a product? A lot of times, businesses are spending far too much money to produce a product which can be produced in a more cost effective way. Client retention, like how many clients left you in the last 6 months? What would be how prosperous would your business be if those clients did not leave you? And just writing down the reasons why those clients left and how you can plan your next 6 months so your client retention is a lot better. What is going to be your frequency of contact with your clients? How will you collect feedback from the clients? All that will eventually reflect into your financial health. So having a full look at your financial health, and if you're, let's say you're using an accounting system, integrating that accounting system with your CRM and then creating a dashboard so that you can see at any time your sales at a glance, your revenue at a glance, which products are producing more profit, which products and services are producing more profit, and which ones are not producing as much profit, which clients are producing more profit. Doing strategic analysis on a financial level, it'll give you a lot of leverage to grow your business. So I've got a few examples of companies who've gone through this journey. So, for example, Arrow itself, like my company, it's gone through a fast growth, and then after fast growth, we've gone through that phase of stagnation for almost 3 years, from 2010 to 2013. We grew very slowly, and we were very frustrated because uh, getting new clients was getting harder and harder, until such time as we discovered that we were over reliant on one method to grow our business, whereas when there were 5 or 6 different methods that we could use. And so I started focusing a lot on joint ventures and strategic alliances. And just one joint venture that I did got me 65 new clients in 6 months. The value of that joint venture was $1 million of additional revenue to my business. And once I learned how to create joint ventures and to leverage them into business growth and higher revenue, I never stopped. And at this point in time, we have 12 different joint ventures. And we get referrals from these partners because they trust us and they like passing on their reputation to us. So when someone asks them, when they need a digital marketing company, they always think of us. And obviously, we make sure that we give them some kind of value, and which would be different for each different partner. So for some of them, we would do some extra digital marketing at no cost. For some of them, they're just happy that we are really looking after their clients and adding value. A lot of business coaches are very happy that their clients' revenue is increasing as a result of our work. So just getting that breakthrough, that thinking that okay, I am not dependent on advertising and marketing for everything. Me as a business owner, my own personal brand, my connections, my network, my joint ventures and alliances can make a huge difference. And then when we did an analysis of what type of clients we work best with, we found that we work best with clients who wanted to grow their business at a rapid pace and then exit. And we managed to get exit for a large number of businesses, many of whom exited anywhere from $40 million to $700 million. And and because we had that track record, we resonated really well with entrepreneurs who wanted to get a similar growth. So, what we decided, what I decided after I was able to help a lot of entrepreneurs to get rapid growth, is to start this 12-week mastermind, which you might be seeing on the screen, and in which we are looking at transforming your business really fast by giving you the top 5 strategies that I have used either for myself. 20% growth, really, that's an understatement, because we have, for some of our clients and for ourselves, we managed to grow our business by 10% every month, minimum 10% every month. That's our KPI. And we achieve that because we've got these 5 strategies in place. And these strategies are such that you don't need to spend a whole lot of money or a whole lot of time to grow your business. In fact, you'll be spending lesser amount of time and getting fast results. So if you want to reclaim your life, have a better quality of life, and also grow your business, then make sure that you apply for our mastermind, and we can make you a part of that journey that we already experiencing. So, why did I think of this? I love working with business owners and seeing the difference in their life. And there's massive growth in my business as a result of that. It like there's no feeling better than that. That's fulfillment, and that's significance. That for me is what I am here for. And so this 12-week business accelerator program will what it includes is, it includes real hands-on lessons on each area of business growth, ranging from finance to operations to your management structure to how to innovate, how to create a happy team, and and how to recruit better. We'll focus on every area, right from your strategy to how you can like set the wheels in motion and be an orchestrator, so you can lie back. Like today, I don't have to like come to office for my business to grow. I was in Byron Bay 3 weeks back. I spent about 4 weeks in. I had my 10th anniversary, and I spent about 5 days, sorry, in Byron Bay, and then I was in Great Ocean Road just about 3 4 days back. And actually, during this time, we closed more sales than we normally do. And that's because I have created a team which is not dependent on me and are driven to achieve results even in my absence. So, so change can happen fast. It need not take as long as 1 year for your business to change. If you go to business coaches, a lot of business coaches and mastermind programs, they are all like long duration, 1 year. You've got to commit to them for 1 year for them to make a difference to you. I don't believe in that at all. I believe if you can work with me, if you can be on the journey with me for 1 quarter, then you will want to be on the journey with me. As long as if I can give you 5 times the value on your investment and your business is growing fast, you will want the journey. And our clients have experienced rapid results, and it's not about doing many small changes but few big ones. So that's really a big lesson I had. Like business owners come every day, and they will make a small change in their business and they'll feel happy about it. So they'll say, okay, I made this small change. Now we will be, instead of sending an email to a client, we will automate that email. So that's one change. That change will bring a 1% change to your business, maybe 0.5% change to your business. The kind of changes we are talking about, they will change your business. Each change that you make will change your business by a minimum of 10 to 20% growth if you make that single change. Some of these I talked about already. Some of these are part of the mastermind. So, so you can make the most of it, and it's really not in attending a webinar. So a lot of people go attend webinars and they gain new knowledge and they go back, but then they get back into their schedule and they're never able to implement what they learned. And the webinar will always be, it'll talk about certain things, but you can't in a 1 hour webinar. I cannot possibly cover everything that's important to you. So, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Do you have a strong desire to grow your business rapidly at minimum 20 to 25% in the next 3 months? Are you ready to let go of old ways? So, are you willing, like if you find out, if you discover for yourself that there are new and better ways of growing your business, are you willing to let go of those old ways? Do you think big changes can happen fast enough? Because they really can. And most business owners think that no, it will take me 1 year, it'll take me 2 years. That's a 5 year plan. Whoever knows what will happen in 5 years? Nobody knows. There could be a world war. The world could come to an end. You need to make the change today. Grab the opportunity and make the change today. Are you keen to work together with like minded business owners who are equally driven? Because we are the mastermind driven and who have the urge to be in an environment where they can grow along with like minded business owners. So, what are you waiting for? The opportunity is here. Make the most of it and be a part of a revolution. Because if in the next 3 months you can grow your business by 20 to 25%, it means that you can also double your business in the next 1 year. And it's about, for me, I want you to learn the techniques to do this. It's not about like holding your hand all the time, but like sort of passing on the techniques for you to do this. So I'll talk a little bit about the mastermind. It's a 12-week program with 6 live events covering key areas of your business. And there will be group accountability. So you'll sort of you're making yourself accountable the moment you join the mastermind. And it's for maximum 20 business owners per group. And there'll be a weekly accountability call. So you really can't, like, once you've said you're going to do something, then there will be someone who'll call you and check in on how your progress is going and how you can be supported to be on track for your growth. And we are not like, we don't uh, sort of try to be in the accountability call, be like teacher to student. It's more like, hey, we are your fellow business owners. How can we help you? Where are you at right now? How can we go beyond? And there'll be a Facebook group where you'll get help from other mastermind members and myself. We will track your growth. And this 12-week mastermind is usually priced at $3,000. And so that's an investment of $3,000 to grow your business by 20 to 25%. How much additional revenue do you think you will get by growing your business from by 20 to 25%? In addition to that, for people who sign up today, we are offering a 12-week business plan, which is for $1,800, a business growth system, which will be a set of templates that you'll through which you can easily do the things that we were talking about for $550. It'll have a system for the templates will have a system for analyzing your clients, turning them into raving fans, analyzing your market, your products, each of the things that we were talking about, and you get the mastermind. So the total value of this business plan, which is custom made and tailor made for you, the business growth system, which will have all the templates you'll need to grow your business, the mastermind, which is valued at $3,000, is $5,350. But today only, like, we are offering 5 scholarships for people who are absolutely driven to apply and get this for $2,350 for the 12-week program. So because we've got only 5 spots here, they won't last. We've had a very good interest for this webinar, and I can see that a lot of spots will be taken up very quickly. So I encourage you to apply for the mastermind so that we can have a conversation. Obviously, we can have a chat together, and then we can find out whether this mastermind is for you, whether you still want to go ahead, and whether we feel that we'll be able to make that difference to you. So the time is here, the opportunity is here. In a very short period of time, you can start experiencing growth and take your business to the next level, because that's what you're here for. You attended this webinar because you already reached a certain point in your business, but you don't want to stay there. You want to hit you want to go and hit another level in your business fast enough. And that's what we are here for, to make that difference to you. Thank you very much for attending this webinar.